Hello, this is Leisha Breen with Journey to Greatness, 365 Days to Your Best Year Yet. And I have to apologize that I haven't been here for a little while. I have been with my daughter preparing for her wedding, going through the process of preparing engagement parties and bridal showers and finding the right dress so that she could say yes to the dress. But today, I want to talk about you and me. And I want to get back to work, and I want to be here every day so that you and I can have our best year yet. Today, I want to talk about focus on process. It was once said that it is good to have an end to journey towards, but it is the journey that matters in the end. And there's been a considerable amount of research in psychology that suggests that our mental health is to a great extent a function of our sense of control over our own life. And, when our boss throws extra jobs our way, things that are out of our regular rituals and routines, when we get sick, when friends and family need assistance that really tear us away from our rituals and routines, we do lose a little bit of control. And we can become frustrated or fall behind on the tasks that have to be taken care of involving ourselves. And that can really make us feel upset. And at the same time, it is no less important to our mental health for us to accept that we have no control over certain things. As I just discussed, it's really important to stay flexible. And sometimes that's really hard to do. These two things, feeling that we have a sense of control over our own life, and then accepting that we have no control over certain things, can seem conflicting, for sure. The need to control and the need to release control have an important role to play in every project that we undertake in life. From preparing a report possibly for our boss, or planning an engagement party for our daughter or son. Respecting the boundaries of these needs is essential, however, to our very health. We have control over the goals we set and over the effort that we put into those goals. Think about this again for 1 minute. We have control over the goals we set and over the effort that we invest into those very goals. But success is oftentimes beyond our control. Therefore, it is important to stop trying to control the outcome and to instead focus as much as possible on the process of arriving at that outcome. My recommendation on this beautiful Sunday morning is that you let go of outcome and focus on the process. And can you, rather than obsessing over reaching the destination, pay attention to the journey? The juice is in the journey. It's in going step by step toward the finish line and relishing it and enjoying it, all of its ups and downs. Because I can tell you something, being 63 and a half years old, there's a lot of things I have accomplished in my life. And there are goals that I never accomplished, even though I had tried. But when I have taken on this philosophy to pay attention to the process versus the outcome, then there were hundreds and thousands of wins along the way. Even if I didn't win the grand prize at the end, even if I didn't win the trophy, there were a lot of wins along the way that I can look back on and I can feel good about and proud of. If we're only interested in that final objective, we can end up becoming pretty bitter if we don't see things ending up the way we wanted them to in our mind's eye. We always have to have that vision, but we always have to be realistic in the possibilities that things may not work out the way we hope. But that is no reason not to go all in and give it everything you've got. I do mean all in, though. Not dabbling with your toe in the water every once in a while, or stepping in and then pulling your foot out. You have to be passionate about what it is you want to do. You have to be very clear about what it is that you want to get accomplished. You have to really like what you're doing. And you have to have some innate ability toward it. You can always learn and develop those skills. But the more it's a natural thing for you, the more it's going to be like child's play, and you're going to love it, whether you win at the end or not. So, life's short. Do what you love. Don't put so much emphasis on the final destination. And put that emphasis instead on the steps along the way. Create a dream board so that you can put it up on your wall and you can see what it is that you want to accomplish. So it's a daily reminder. Dream boards are nice. I mean, they are not magical manifestation. Excuse me, I need a sip of coffee. It's very early. They don't magically manifest anything for you. They are a mental reminder, a visual mental reminder, which is really great, to remind you of what you're trying to create and not trying what you're going to create. And then you have to do all the work, and you have to create a strategy or a blueprint of how you're going to get to where you want to go. But your focus needs to be not necessarily on that dream board that you have up on the wall. That's just a reminder. But you have to remember to relish the moments that are going to take you there. I hope I've given you something to think about. This is a process I'm going through right now. I'm really ramping up and working on my special project. And a lot of elements at work, because my job is staying put. I said a few weeks ago that I wasn't sure if they were going to close my location or not because my company has gone through a Chapter 13 bankruptcy. And I didn't know if it was going to get closed. So I was really sitting on some needles and pins, looking for other work, looking forward to possibly new opportunities. But I'm going to take advantage of the opportunities I have right where I'm at and sharpen the saw right there, with aspirations to move with the company in a new location and stay with the company until I retire, which will be at 70, by the way, unless they let me stay longer. All the while working on my Journey to Greatness, Be Your Own Guru program and staying in school. I have decided to stay in school as well. I have my finish line, but I'm enjoying the process. And for me, that process involves improvement, daily, structured improvement in school, at work, learning something new every day at work. That's my new motto at work. Learning something new every day, applying it and teaching it to the people that work with me. To make sure that they learn what I'm learning and that I've really learned it. If you teach it, you really understand it. And I know that in a year from now, because I'm also working on my health at the gym, on my bike, every day, my nutrition. By doing all of these things, I'll be closer and closer to my finish line. You see, at 70, Journey to Greatness, Be Your Own Guru will be my vehicle that is going to support me financially, economically. And it will be a vehicle that will help millions of other people do that for themselves. To be all they can be, regardless of what age they are. Because it's never too late. I'm 63, and I'm living like I'm 20. With the optimism and the excitement for what tomorrow will bring, what I can create, what I can be, what I will be. And I'm dedicated to that. I'm not sitting in front of the television watching Netflix. I'm not sitting in front of a movie, 24/7. I have no television. And I've stopped watching the news. Because I am devoted to my personal project. And right now that personal project is me. And you know what, my friends? Your personal project should be you. Your passion project should be you. Focus on the process. Focus on the process. Give it just 30 days and see how much better you are. Work on you. Work on being the best you can be every single day by doing your best, by being creative. Have your outcome out there. I'm putting it on a dream board today. But that outcome will not make or break me. That's just where I want to go. That's a roadmap for my brain to latch onto. And then it's up to me every day to be following through on those processes, whatever I decide that they are, to get me closer and closer to that final destination. But haven't you, like me, had a goal that you've accomplished? And then you've sat there and said, is that all there is? Like maybe you got married and the marriage didn't work out. And getting married was the biggest thing. You wanted to get married. You wanted to fall in love. You wanted that beautiful wedding and the beautiful white dress and all of that. And then 5 years later, it was like, wait a minute, this isn't what I really wanted. This isn't working for me. And oftentimes those things that seem so important to us, they were wonderful in the dream phase. But when the reality finally came, either we felt like, okay, well, what's next? Now I feel a little bit lost. The key here is to enjoy that process so you're growing and developing into all that you can be so that you're stronger and you're better and you're more proficient when you do reach that final destination so that you can bounce right off of that success and move on to the next thing. I might have rambled a little bit this morning, but I kind of wanted to share what's going on with me. And at 63 and a half, I'm excited about life. I'm excited about what I can create, and I have a very open mind. I do have some exciting plans ahead. I'm not going to talk about them right now. They're competitive, and I love to compete. And when I'm not competing, I'm just not feeling as alive as I like to feel. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of that. I'm pulling out my singing again and doing that because it's something I've done all my life professionally, semi-classical vocalist. So all of that I'm going to be doing again in a very structured way. And I invite you to pull out those things that you love, that make your life special, that reflect who you are, and to start living. Start living. Yes, have your goal at the end, but make sure it's something that makes you feel alive, that makes you feel like you're excited about the future, that makes you feel like life's worth living. If you're thinking about, well, I'm going to retire and I don't know what I'm going to do, I don't know what's next, that's like being half dead. And to me, if you've got life in your body and you're able to get around and you're able to think thoughts and create, then you have as much life in you as a 20-year-old or a 25-year-old, and you need to stop thinking about age. You need to stop thinking about limitations. You need to be focusing on what you can be. Sometimes we get stuck in a rut if we're a little bit older and we start thinking about how, well, it's the end of the road and I'm getting old. No way. No way. If you're 60 and up, that's the age of elegance. It's up to you to believe that. Man or woman, the age of elegance. Embrace it. Embrace it, my friends. Well, as always, I like to finish up my podcasts with a mindfulness meditation. And today we're going to do one of my favorites. But first you've got to sit down, sit up straight, act like you've got a string pulling you straight up to the heavens. So you're nice and straight and looking pretty dignified. And I want you to ask yourself, what are you excited for? What are you excited for? So today we're going to focus on something that we are looking forward to. I suggest that today, if you have time, sometime this week, create a dream board in relationship to this thing that you're excited for. Give yourself some purpose. Make life exciting and worthy. As we begin, please close your eyes and take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let's do this 3 times. All right, in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Now, as you continue breathing, take some time to think about something you are excited for. This can be something that will happen today, next week, or even next year. And you know what? It can be something that you decide you're going to create right now, this very minute, in your mind's eye. What is it that you've been longing to do, but you haven't started yet? What is it that you feel passionate about that you've pushed back on the back burner? Does it make you feel excited? Does it make you feel happy? Picture whatever it is right now in your mind's eye. What will it look like? Who will be there? Really try to picture the scene and notice everything about it. Gently shift your focus to how you will be feeling. How do you feel right now thinking about that exciting thing that you are planning on doing? What does your body feel like when you think about this? What does your mind feel like? What will your body and mind feel like when you are there, actually participating in this activity or this event? Now, really focus all of your energy, mental, emotional, on what it will be like. What does it feel like? When you are finished, take a deep breath in through your nose and release through your mouth. And slowly open your eyes. You know, I want to thank you for being here today. And again, I apologize for not being here more often. As I said, it's been a busy time with concerns about the store being shut down and that not happening. And then my daughter's future wedding and all the activities involved around that. So, and then of course my own personal projects that I've been working on. So it's been a very busy time, but I love all of you and I want the best for you. And regardless of, again, how old you are or what it is that you have planned in your life, enjoy the ride, enjoy the process, and don't focus so much on that final outcome, because that day comes and then it goes. And you don't want to be living your entire days. You don't know how long it's going to take you to get there. You don't want to live your entire days just focused on an outcome. You've got to enjoy the process, because you can never get that time back. That day that you win that prize, whatever it might be, that success, that moment is definitely something to cherish and to feel excited about. And you'll remember it the rest of your life. But it's just a moment. It's a day or it's a week. It's a moment in time. Make sure all your moments in time are worthy of this thing called your life. I hope I've given you something to think about today. Today's Sunday for me. If you're listening to it today, have a blessed, beautiful Sunday. Give yourself a little time to just take a break, take a time out, and enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself in some peace and quiet. Maybe meditate, have a nice cup of tea, and just reflect on what it is that you want to create in this beautiful lifetime. And then get to work. Start today. Make a dream board. Until we meet again, this is Leisha Breen. God bless. Be bold, be brave, and always, always be your authentic self. Until we meet again.